Alright, we're going to finish the reinforcement in the corner and add a tie out on a larger tarp. Start just inside of the edge. Don't go all the way to the edge. And we can turn the stitch length down a little bit so it's a little closer together. Go back and forth, just start and stop. Now I want to pull this snug, not stretch it too much, but so that it's all flat and the two fabrics are both taut, and then back and forth on this end. Now we're going to use a Z-tack to finish this off. Fold this piece of polyester grosgrain binding in half. I'm going to put it on the corner here, and we're going to start sewing at the point where the width of the webbing is the same width as the corner of the fabric. I'm going to go back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to make the middle part of the Z, come up to the edge, and back and forth on here 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll give you a very strong seam, assuming you have a good polyester or nylon thread. I would recommend for a home machine something around a Tex 30 or bonded nylon 33. Those are good strong weights, but not too heavy. If you have an industrial machine, then you can use like a bonded 46. That's a good thread for that, a nylon thread for that. Now, for one of the triangles that's in the center of the tarp, we're going to do the same thing, but we sew a triangle, of course, instead of just a straight line across. So again, back and forth, not quite all the way to the edge. Now make sure that the point is pulled out nice and flush with the rest. Come up to the point, turn it, stretch it just a tiny little bit to make sure everything's flush, and then back and forth. This is for a larger tarp. On smaller tarps, like a solo tarp where just one person is in it, you can get away with a much smaller reinforcement piece. But this is big enough it could catch some wind. This is 9 by 9, this particular one. So bigger ones for 2 or more people, I usually like to use a bigger piece of reinforcement. Now we're going to find the place where the corner is. We're going to overlap this seam a little bit. It's important that you come above the hem seam so that the reinforcement does something. Otherwise, there's a tendency to just tear out right at the hem stitch line. So I'm going to start down here. Same thing, the Z-tack 4 times. So I'm going past the hem line. That'll make it stronger. There. If you were making some sort of gigantic tarp, you would use an even bigger reinforcement piece, maybe a couple of them, like they do on sails. They might use a big half circle and then a triangle inside that, and then you could bring the webbing up here and stitch some more layers along the webbing too. But that's how you can do a corner tie out and one along the midpoint on the hem.